What's up, guys? It's Brian again from Lake Hickory Scuba and Marina. If you're new to our channel, do me a huge favor, hit this little subscribe button over here and ding that little bell as well. That way you guys are going to be notified every time we upload new content. Now, yes, that was me in that video, and yes, I was puking my brains out. Cool little fun fact for you guys, I actually get very seasick when I'm out on the water. Not so much here on the lake, but out in the ocean, I get seasick. And even though I grew up on the ocean, it's just something I've never really been able to deal with or take control of. However, I can help mitigate some of the symptoms of getting seasick by doing 5 simple things. And in today's video, I'm going to give you my top 5 things to do if you're prone to seasickness, on how either one, you can help prevent it or mitigate some of the side effects or some of the symptoms of getting seasick so that you can still enjoy your day out on the lake. So the first thing that I always do before I go out on a boat, whether it's the lake, the ocean, or anywhere there's going to be quite a bit of motion going on, is I make sure I'm well hydrated. So I'll drink plenty of water. I'll drink a lot of electrolytes. I try to stay away from heavy soft drinks or sugary drinks or even a lot of caffeinated drinks. I stay away from all that. It's simply just either water, a little bit of Gatorade or Powerade, something that's going to give me a little bit of energy but still keep me hydrated. So staying hydrated is step 1 in helping prevent seasickness or helping to deal with the symptoms. Number 2, the second thing I do is I take some type of motion sickness medication. Now, I prefer Dramamine. You can either do the generic brand or you can do the name brand. It doesn't really matter. But there's a way that I actually take it to make sure that it's in my system well enough in time before I get on the vessel. Typically, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'll take a Dramamine, and I may even take it overnight. It just depends. But I'll typically take it first thing in the morning, and then I'll eat me a good, healthy breakfast. And then usually I'll take it again about 30 minutes before I actually get on the vessel, and that way I'm guaranteed to get that in my system before I actually get out there and get my body pre-adjusted before we get out there and get on the boat. Number 3, I always eat a good healthy meal, and it's typically going to be a full meal for breakfast as well, but it's not going to be a very heavy meal. So I try to stay away from the pancakes or the greasy bacon and stuff like that, but I do want to eat a good healthy meal. So fruit's really good, cottage cheese is probably good for you as well, and then I'll also eat a couple of eggs. Now, it's the way I cook the eggs that kind of makes all the difference. I don't want a lot of grease, I don't want a lot of butter, so poaching the eggs is good, or eating boiled eggs is going to be good as well, but you want to make sure that you've got a full stomach just in the case or that event happens where you do have to, say, throw something up. You still want something on your stomach, but you don't want a very heavy meal as well. Number 4, the 4th thing that I do is I make sure that I sit in the proper location on the vessel. Typically speaking, you want to be midship all the way towards the bow area. You don't want to be back in the back where the engine is, where you're smelling those fumes. You definitely don't want to be down there, and you definitely don't want to be down in the cabin or, say, the head area, which is the restroom. Anywhere that you can get fresh air and be up above, say, that horizon where you can get a point of focus to stare at, that's definitely going to help you as well. So midship to the bow area, and always stay where you can breathe fresh air. Don't go down in the cabin, don't go down in the head area, and just make sure that you're sitting in a proper position, and that's going to help prevent seasickness. It's also going to help you breathe properly too in case you do get seasick. And the 5th and final thing that I do to help prevent seasickness is I stay active. I don't mean active as far as working out and things like that. I just stay active on the boat. You know, I'll talk to my dive buddy or I'll talk to the captain. I get up and I move around. I don't just sit in one general area where that motion's really going to get control of me. See, as we sit down, just like I'm sitting here, if this boat's rocking, all my internal organs are going back and forth. You know, my ear and where my equilibrium, all that's going to get messed up. However, if I get up and I stay active, I kind of walk around the boat area, then of course I can help prevent that seasickness as well. and it's a lot easier to lean over the side of the boat if you're towards the side of the boat versus being dead center. Now, a lot of people will say lay down on the deck or the bench, and I have done that in the past. You just want to make sure you're not protruding on any of the other divers that's on that vessel, and you also want to make sure that if you do need to, say, throw up something, that you're doing it on the right side of the vessel as well. So get up, move around, get you some fresh air, and this should help. All right, guys, there you go. That's my top 5 tips on how to help prevent seasickness or how to deal with the symptoms. Always make sure you're staying well hydrated. Make sure you take some type of motion sickness medication. Make sure you eat well. Make sure you get a good healthy meal, a good full meal, but not a meal that's too heavy in grease and things like that. Always make sure that you sit in a proper place on the vessel, and then if you need to, make sure you get up and move around. Stay active. Let your organs kind of get a break from all that motion, and you should be good to go. But guys, let me know down in the comment section below, do you get seasick, and how do you actually deal with it when you're out on the water? What do you do to prepare for it, and how do you deal with it once it hits you as well? But guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it educational and helpful. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Definitely share it. I look forward to seeing your comments down below. But until our next video, take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.